Dahomey is the name of an old kingdom and also of a former colony and of a country that today is called Benin. So why did this country change its name? And how has this name change affected the identity of the country and its people? Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today, we're off to Africa to explore the reasons behind one country's name change. The years following independence are often the most defining in a nation's modern history. For the West African country now known as Benin, the period between 1960 and 1975 was marked by political experimentation, leadership struggles, and a deep quest for national identity. Formerly known as French Dahomey, this young republic underwent a turbulent first decade after decolonization, culminating in a symbolic name change that reflected a broader effort to unify its people and redefine its place in Africa. On August 1, 1960, French Dahomey became an independent nation after decades under French colonial rule. The event was part of a broader wave of decolonization sweeping across Africa as France granted independence to most of its West African colonies in quick succession. Upon independence, the country adopted the name Republic of Dahomey, reviving the title of the pre-colonial Kingdom of Dahomey, which had once dominated the region. However, while the name evoked pride for some, it also carried ethnic and historical connotations that excluded many communities in the north and center of the country. Like many newly independent African states, Dahomey faced serious challenges in building a stable political system. The first decade after independence saw frequent changes in leadership, with 3 presidents ousted between 1960 and 1972. This instability was rooted in part from persistent ethnic and regional rivalries, especially between the South, former Kingdom of Dahomey, and the North. These tensions were exacerbated by economic hardship, strikes, and civil unrest, which further weakened the government. This culminated in a military coup in 1972, led by Major Mathieu Kérékou, who overthrew the civilian government and took control of the country. Kérékou's government sought to address the instability and divisions that had plagued Dahomey since independence. One of the first symbolic acts of the new regime was to rename the country from Dahomey to Benin in 1975. This wasn't just a change of name. It represented a deliberate effort to overcome the limitations of the previous identity, which was seen as divisive and exclusionary. So why choose the name Benin? The new name Benin came from the Bight of Benin, a large bay along the West African coast. It also paid homage to the historical Benin Empire, a powerful kingdom centered in modern-day Nigeria. But it's important to note that neither of these Benins had any ethnic affiliation within Dahomey itself. This was significant because Dahomey had been associated with a specific ethnic group and region, while Benin as a name was relatively neutral and could encompass the various ethnicities within the country. The change of name was accompanied by a broader effort to forge a new national unity and identity. In 1975, Benin also adopted a new constitution, which established the country as a people's republic and introduced a socialist system of government. This move was in line with the government's goal of creating a more equitable and unified society. In essence, the name change from Dahomey to Benin symbolized a break from the past, both colonial and pre-colonial. It was an attempt to create a fresh start, a new identity that transcended the divisions of ethnicity, region, and class. It was a way of saying, we are not our old selves. We are evolving into something new. However, the story doesn't end here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We have lots of other interesting videos coming up that I know you'll love. Until then, take care and see you next time.